The stage is set. Welcome to, this is Thunderdome, baby, literally. As we've seen thunder, we've seen lightning, we've seen rain, and now we're about to see smoke. This is Orlando Speed World playing host to round 3 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. You can boys, as we are seeing Nick Novak out front, that Kenna Tires BMW. As look at Novak. Quick, look at that expedition getting to that angle, that rate to angle. Oh, coming down that power line. Nick Novak straightens out. What's going on with Novak? Straightens out. He loses it. So again, if Nick Novak moves on, he gets another competition timeout for the game. Here we go. Dan Briquette, Rad Industries, Mark IV Toyota Supra coming down the pipe into that big, long outside zone. And look at Nick Novak. He knows he needs to apply the pressure. There we are with the grime cam into that first inside clip. Dan Briquette tightens it up. Novak, he's twisting the screws on him. You can see bring it on in. Nice job in the crease. Goes Briquette. Look at right in there. I mean, just set it and forget it, baby. So there's Dan Briquette. He will advance on Nick Novak's fate. Andy Haley, Evo Autoworks, BMW. We know how fierce a competitor is. D-Mads as well. Haley, a little slow trickle, kind of a drip coming out. Speaking of the rain, now goes into that top portion of the outside zone 1. Kind of wobbling. You can see the attitude of the vehicle getting really disrupted. Coming down to inside clip 1. Now we're past the point no return where Nick Novak was literally looking Novak as we go into that second outside zone. Good right into the crease there. Get across that finish line. So D-Mads, Derek Madison out front. Andy Haley in the chase position. Let's see what D-Mads has got. He's got the clean air. We've got a dry track. Smoke being kicked up here, initiating. See, there's the Andy Haley. So look at that initiation. That is a telltale sign that maybe not 100 for Haley. The Drift Wizard needs to use his magic. Get up that staff and start doing some sorcery here. Ooh, he dives into the inside. Not the ideal. That's not where you want to be. So Andy maybe fighting his car quite a bit here as Derek Madison runs through the course. Slide right there. Derek Madison. So again, just accumulation of both runs. Lead versus Dimitri Brutsky. Mr. Never Settle will advance on a 5 run. He's getting a lot of track time. I saw him out there, would seem like more than anybody, but they are allotted only so many runs in practice. But Brutsky, his son spotting for him. Brutsky is becoming, by no means would I say the first family of drifting, but they're literally never settling.
Yeah. It's one of those you don't have to worry as much about, the setup of the layout. You have to worry about the setup of the air.
Very interesting start there by Rudy Hansen. Look at him stayed way back there, putting himself deep in the box. And look at Ryan, he initiates, has to take a little bit out of a great looking car. The Sunoco S15. Oh, look at that hopping, pulling that right front wheel out, stabbing it into that power rally, coming to that second inside clip, and now into that last outside zone. You see literal good angle. Rudy Hansen just needs to find a little bit more of that extra special sauce there. And here we go. Rudy Hansen now out front. He initiates into that outside zone. Look at that. Sticks it right to the wall. Good angle from Rudy Hansen. Literal finds himself up top there. Now coming into that inside clip. Hansen rips past. Literal lost in the smoke. Remember, this is where it was lit last year, right? He was out here. That car caught fire, but here he continues on with Ryan Literal. He is back there quite a bit. Slide him right. Here goes Rudy Hansen advancing on in.
Won't be in competition tomorrow. So
huge,
risk.
Big battle here. Tommy Lemaire, TLO in that XPN Corvette. And there's O'Sullivan. Keep in mind, TLO was the driver that called the competition timeout. So you wonder what is not running. Oh, O'Sullivan dives into the inside. He saves that. Oh no! Saves it, then he just dives into the side of him. Let's take a look.
Let's see. So TLO out front, the Corvette. A little bit of wavering there. Conor, you can tell, chomping at the bit, wanting to get aggressive already. Might have actually made contact through there. It looked like Tommy was almost too deep through 1. So where the question's going to come in is, was Tommy
outside zone order?
On inside clip 1. It looked like he might have been a bit too deep there. Now, I think what the question's going to end up being is, was there a decel?
Scenarios unfold now. Here we go. O'Sully and Orlando. O'Sullivan, United States Army, BMW, high on the bank, and TLO. He practically just needs to play it cool, not an inactive chase, but he can play it pretty cool here and get the win. But look at O'Sully. He knows he needs to throw down a heat and run, maybe force an error on the side of Tommy Lemaire, but that's just it. Here we go. So TLO, Conor O'Sullivan, And Tommy Lemaire advances on Ferrari and Austin. It don't matter. It does matter. Austin matter. As goes into the S chassis, initiates high into the bank. Feddy, you can see him massaging. Bibita Babita coming on up. Here we go. The Italian stallion coming into that power rally. Just here we are again.
Same spot. That is really close to see if Austin Mata was on throttle and still accelerating at that point. Oh, I don't know.
Here we go. Federico Sharifo leading Austin, and again, the chase car can leave the line prior to the lead car pacing that lead driver. Here goes Federico Sharifo, initiates, comes out of a little bit, got a little twitchy, but Austin now twists the screws on him. Here we go in that first outside zone, now coming down into that inside clip. Austin shoots in on the inside. A lot of these guys having issues on that transition, going from inside clip 1 to 2 in that power alley, getting thrown off. I'd love to get some insight from the drivers on, you know, there it is. Federico Sharifo gets the victory. And Jack Shanhan, best in the biz. New car, new format, new track. A lot of news for him, but not new to the sport of drifting. Jack Shanhan delivers. Boom. Right there to the wall. Look at that BMW. Look at just firing off. Look at just, you can see that thing just flames, bangs, and booms coming out from underneath the hood of that BMW. Pulling that front left off as he goes into that second zone. Here comes Dan Briquette. Yes, sir. You can't win in seeding brackets, meaning yes, you can win, but you can't win the overall event. So I'm expecting a pretty aggressive run here from Dan Briquette. Oh, buddy. Oh, Jack Shanhan snaps back. Looked like he got into a tussle with the wall. Oh, and no, so does Dan. So there we go. So both these guys hitting, and this is where
this gets interesting.
That could have got sketchy.
Yeah. So what I wanted to see is, did Jack make contact with Rad Dan at any time before that, pushing Rad Dan? See,
maybe there,
contact there.
Maybe, yeah.
And then Rad Dan gets
disrupted.
The initial hit on the bank.
Got it.
Right, because there was a diesel there that shouldn't have happened.
Yep, so there it is. Jack Shanhan gets the win. He does advance on. This Formula Drift rookie coming in. Whoa, massive angle from TLO. Doctor, look at that. Massive angle. That was sick. Well done. Where was this, Tommy, earlier? Like, oh, wow. Well, he was off course is where it was. So as exciting as that was, he has to wrangle it back in. That'll be a deduction, but what a gangster. Daigo Saito and Juku Racing, Jerry Yang Racing, 86 coming out in that first outside zone. Bang, right on it. Green lights, that's the excel that we're looking for. First time seeing Daigo in competition here this weekend. And now he's got the VR. Oh boy, Brudski dives in on the inside again. That inside clip has absolutely been playing a major role here in seeding brackets. Now up front, Daigo Saito. If his spotter does his due diligence, he should say, hey, you don't need to push too hard here. Brudski's at a major deficit here going off, but Daigo didn't get the memo. He doesn't care, even if he did. Daigo Saito now into inside clip 1. That's a way more tempered approach, but Daigo, he does make a correction. He does salvage it. I think just bathing in the smoke. A lot of them are getting lost just on that line. Daigo does bring it back. And there it is. Daigo Saito gets the win. It was a pretty good lead run. But Derek Madison, again, both these guys will be in tomorrow's main event. Here we go. Derek Madison across the nose of the Corvette. And Derek Madison sticks it to the wall. Here comes Tommy Lemaire. Derek Madison, he saw it. Like you said, he was a front row seat of Tommy Lemaire. And Tommy looks like he navigates it properly. He stays out of the smoke, doesn't even dance with it. Really keeps it just outside. And tucks in. Look at Derek Madison. And the winner to go against Jack Shanhan.
Oh.
Is that what we got here? OMT? Just... this first battle. And the Pentel Ferrari leaves that chicane. See how he goes out front. Oop. Both them. Again, Rudy maybe tiptoeing his way up to the side of that big Ferrari. Now going down to inside clip 1. Looked like Feddy did punt that. Inside. Oh, Rudy Hansen way off course. Rudy very loose. What's going on and everything. So definitely would like to see a great run from for his morale boost here going into tomorrow. But like you said, he's got a big uphill climb given where he was. And look, boom, there he is. Rudy Hansen steps up and rises literally on that bank. That first outside zone almost overshoots that first inside clip. Feddy goes tight. He's center. He hits it with the door on that second inside clip. So both these guys on the struggle bus on their chase runs. Federico, Sharifo, Rudy Hansen, and looks like Federico does get the victory. Oh. Here we go.
Not me.
That's what I'm looking at. Daigo Seto, Federico, Sharifo. Again, Japan versus Italy. 86 versus Ferrari. Across the nose, and there you go. He's even pushing around from the front, man. Look at that. Oh, no! Daigo gets into the wall, fights back, and hits the wall. So Daigo leads.
Atlanta? I feel like you could...
No. Ask Jack about risking it in Atlanta.
Utah.
Yeah.
You can risk it in Utah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Shanhan, a bye run for him. He will advance on. We are doing now clerical work here. And this is Jack. Look at the flames shooting down. Look at that. God.
This is a battle of who had the better bye run. Oh!
Hey. Man. And Feddy in the chase position. Here comes Shanhan across the nose of the Ferrari into that outside zone. Boom goes Jack. And Federico not all the way up into the outside zone. Jack knocks that cone out of the way into that first inside clip, transitioning in. There goes Federico. Again, very similar line to what we saw in the chase position on his previous battle. Here comes Jack Shanhan right in the crease. Boom, puts it exactly where it needs to be. Jack Shanhan gonna get his first FD victory, seeding brackets. Here we go. Feddy initiates. There he is. Now he puts the car up there high and tight. Look at Federico. Good angle from him. Jack Shanhan now comes down into that inside clip, buries it in the smoke, and brings it in nice and pops it into the pocket. Smoke-filled pocket there by Jack Shanhan, and brings it tight to the Ferrari of Federico Sharifo. Third place, throwing his suit on, makes some noise. Third place in seeding brackets from Japan. Zipping up the suit, Daigo the Ninja Saito. Third place in seeding brackets. And your winner here unanimously, round 3, Orlando Scorch seeding brackets. Jack Shanhan gets the win in seeding brackets. Congratulations, Federico Sharifo. Gives him a hug and gets second place in seeding brackets. There you have it. Again, Ireland, Italy, and Japan. Truly international affair. Thank you to our judges, Robin Ishida, Brian Eggert, Reese Marin. Don't go anywhere. You got to give me a ride to the hotel because I got the keys. Mr. Jack Shanhan, congratulations. Tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. Thank you so much, Jacob. Appreciate you. Thanks for the sweet meats earlier today. And
I got you.
Thank you to our judges. Thank you to our FD staff. Thank you to our whole crew. We'll see you tomorrow here at Orlando Speed World for round 3. We call this Scorch.